Hey, what is going on, you guys? My name is Spideyco64, and welcome back, everybody, to once again to yet another NASCAR 164 scale diecast review. And here for today's 164 scale diecast review, we are going to be here today, folks, to have a look at and review here today at Jesse Love's number 2 Phoenix Race Win version, or should I say his number 2 Wheelin' Phoenix Race Win. All right, so we're going to be here today to have a look at what I have to presume is going to be, I think, our last branded NASCAR Xfinity Series diecast review here, because after this, as far as I'm concerned, we're going full in on the O'Reilly Series batch reviews and all that such. So yeah, we're just gonna go full on into the O'Reilly Series name, and I'm pretty excited to, of course, get into that new era of NASCAR and all that such. Well, of course, obviously we've already had one O'Reilly Series batch review, but I'm really looking forward to just fully transitioning, because we do have some leftovers from 2025. So let's go ahead and end things off here with Jesse Love, the driver who won the Xfinity Series Championship last year. As always, here's a quick look at the packaging. Nothing too different than normal, or this is last year's box. NASCAR Xfinity Series 25, it just says RCR down there. Jesse Love, number 2 Wheelin' Phoenix win. Same stuff on their side, and that is it when it comes to the box. And here is a look at the diecast itself. So Jesse Love won the season finale last year, and inadvertently won the Xfinity Series Championship. Now this this championship win was very controversial. I mean, nobody doubts that. Hey, look, he was the right guy to win the race. I mean, he was the best car that day and all that such. But no, but in terms of, I guess, was he the rightful driver to win the championship last year? When you stack it all up, yes, he was always in the top 3 or so in points and such with Zillich and Allgaier, which that's actually the same story this year, except there's no Connor Zillich to stink up a lot of the competition. Well, now that role went to Justin Allgaier. But when you just stack things up, Jesse Love only winning twice, he literally did what Tyler Reddick did. Ironically enough, who also he drove the 2 car in the O'Reilly Series and all that such. Yeah, he drove the 2 car, but he did that with JRM. And then Jesse Love then instead did that with RCR. Now, if you honestly were to ask me, I don't think that Jesse Love was really the rightful guy to win that championship. It just really kind of felt underwhelming, because it's just so obvious that you have Connor Zillich, who won almost every single O'Reilly Series race last year. It felt he won 10 O'Reilly Series races last year. 10. And there was even one race where he wasn't even in. Or no, there were 2 instances where he wasn't even in the car. And all that such. So, in the end, I just think that, look, for Jesse Love, he did what he needed to do. But was that right? I don't personally think that was the right thing to do. And that is why this year, NASCAR, of course, hey, they listened to all the criticism to what happened in the offseason, and they decided to go back to the chase format, which I'm really interested to see how that's going to stack up. But that's just really kind of my thoughts and feelings on that. I just wanted to address the controversy. But let's go ahead and get into this diecast review. Now, of course, this is the same old wheeling scheme that we're all familiar with. Now, unfortunately, the what do you call it here? The Daytona race win, unfortunately, got canceled earlier in the year, and this is a really kind of cool way to get another Jesse Love race win, because God forbid we're gonna get one from the NASCAR Authentics line, the Winner Circle line. I doubt it. But take a closer look at the car itself here. It's the same old wheeling scheme as we're all familiar with, and this scheme has been popping up on a lot of different diecasts here, or a lot of different cars cars lately here and all that such. I think there was one ARCA race this year where there were 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 different or 2 different wheeling cars. It was kind of crazy to see. So yeah, and it is the exact same scheme as it is this year and all that such. So yeah, and unfortunately it got canceled this year as well and all that such. the standard scheme, that is. Hopefully, maybe it will be an Authentics release. That'd be a really cool exclusive. But I don't know about that. But I mean, you can't go wrong with the scheme, though. I really do like it, though. So yes. All right, let's not waste some time. Let's get down to the sponsors here. On the windshield banner, it does say Xfinity and Love. You got the Sunoco stickers where the camera would usually be. It says Wheeling, manufactured in America. Here is the Chevrolet front end, number 2, Sunoco ARP RCR right there. On this side, you got Goodyear. You got NASCAR Xfinity Series Championship, Comotic, Holly SMD, Connecticut, and then you got number 2. You got C4 Ultimate Energy, so that's cool to see C4 on the car, and with no base. You got Wheeling on the side here. You got some Samrasa. I don't know how to pronounce that. You got the Get Bioethanol ring, since they still sponsor Austin Dillon. You got South Point Casino Hotel, Home Smiles, the 2 race winner stickers. You have this weird black line going here across. I'm going to go ahead and talk about that more when we get to the race win damage and such. Was that on the actual car? Because that is kind of weird. Jesse Love right there, number 2, Wheeling Love. It says Team Fox for Parkinson's research. I believe that is Michael J. Fox's foundation. Of course, Michael J. Fox, the Marty McFly, the actor. And all that such. Of course, yeah, I know him as Marty McFly. That is like his most iconic role right there. But I'm pretty sure that is Michael J. Fox. So that is cool. Hopefully Michael J. Fox is doing good, because Parkinson's, man, I want to envision getting that. Anyways, you got Wheeling, trusted to protect the first responders. Akuma SEM, you got that camera thing back there, some kind of weird sticker. You got the camera back there as well. You got the same stuff on the other side, and here's another look at the car if you want to see that. Now, on my car, I think that the chassis is just not all the way in. So it kind of has, so when I kind of took it out of the box, the wheel was kind of hanging down a little bit. It kind of looked a little bit weird. And actually, this one kind of hangs down a little bit too. Like, I guess when we want to go ahead and look at it and see, like, does it roll? Yeah, it does, but it's kind of a little bit, like, let me see this here. Yeah, like, you see that suspension? That's crooked. Like, that suspension is just crooked. Well, I guess it makes sense because, what, the O'Reilly's cars still use the truck arm chassis, which kind of bends and kind of leans to the right rear and such. So there you go. But let's go ahead and kind of get down to the race win damage here. And there's quite a bit, so let's go ahead and have a look at it. Of course, you can see here you got the detail, the windshield detail right here, to protect the driver's eyes. Of course, the front end is pretty much dirty, well, the dirt and grime. Phoenix Raceway, it has that really, like, it was like the desert paint, like the desert, it has that really good desert kind of seal to it, if that makes any sort of sense. Feels kind of dusty a little bit. You got RCR, I explained that actually. Oh yeah, I forgot to explain, you know, you got the Xfinity playoff banner, so you do have that at the front. I wonder if that will come back this year, and all that such. Oh, sorry about that. That was bad. Anyways, I'm trying to get up to the front end, so you can see the front end is pretty dirty up. You got like some kind of piece of tape right there. The grill's very dirty. A lot of rubber buildup on this side. You got some more there. You do have some more. I got a tire donut right there. You got of course, you know, the jack's post, of course, the pipes where the fire is right there is all crisped up. And you got some more on this side right here. So you can see he kind of kissed the wall at Phoenix because the walls are blue there. Of course, you got some confetti here. Some confetti on the top. Actually, still kind of pretty dirty on the top as well. Some dirty up, it's dirty up there. You got some dirt here. Going back here, the white is not really all that perfect. It's not a perfect white color, and unfortunately you do got some chips back down there. That's not a part of the car. That's but it's not noticeable. Then of course, yeah, like I said, you got like even like that Chevy sticker kind of doesn't look all that clean. And then going on this side, you of course got some pretty much this is like, I think this is like the fuel or something like that. So there you go. I got some more like half tire donuts on the side here, some confetti there, some there, and some down there and all that such. You got some more right here. Actually, you got some kind of dent right here. I think that's supposed to simulate a little bit of a dent. So that actually looks kind of cool a little bit. And then you got these weird black lines. I have to look at an actual reference photo of the car, but this looks kind of weird. Is this some kind of like cheat trim? Because I know that some teams, they go out ahead and add some kind of unnecessary black to their cars so they can just kind of go through tech and such. Like, did I explain it with the Ross Chastain car? Like a perfect example is that some teams would just unnecessarily take, like, especially the back end of their car and just black it out at some kind of cheat trim or something like that. I mean, hey, if it works for them, it works. Because you know the old saying, you know, if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. Or I don't even know who the hell said that. Ricky Bobby said that, or I don't know. But with that really kind of being said, though, that's going to do it here for this diecast review. Overall, a very cool looking Xfinity series diecast one right here. This is certainly one of the last few couple ones. I think this is going to be the last one, and I don't think I'm going to be reviewing any more Connor Zilisch diecast unless they put another one of his race wins in the Winner Circle line that's like, okay, I'll do one more and all that such. So, yeah, there you go. But hopefully we will get a standard edition version of this game, and maybe will Jesse Love win in this car because, yeah, I think he's been the overall biggest, I think to me, he's been the biggest disappointment in the O'Reilly series this year, if I got to say. Just because it kind of feels like you think that he's going to come ahead and defend his championship, right? Like, he's just going to be like maybe one of the guys that just takes over as, oh, he's going to win a lot of races. And he is going to go to the Cup Series next year to drive the Wood Brothers, so that's going to be a bit of a career ender if he doesn't go to Legacy. But honestly, though, again, like, I kind of just personally feel like he's just been a big disappointment because I think that, because I was going into this year thinking, oh, the championship is good between Allgaier and Hill and Love. But Austin Hill, I don't know. I mean, Austin Hill, I would say that he's about on par for, I guess, our standards, but I was thinking he was going to step things up. Plus, he has to drive in the Cup Series, driving the 33. But I think for Love, he's just been kind of the biggest disappointment. I don't know about you, but old downforce Danny and the rest of these guys, they got to step up their game here if they want to go ahead and win this O'Reilly Series championship. But I think that this is pretty much all Allgaier's ones to win. But we'll see. We'll see if we come around this time next year and whether or not it's Love or Allgaier that wins the championship. Or maybe even Sheldon Creed. That would be wild. But with that being said, though, guys, that's going to do it here for today's video. Thank you all so much for watching. I do not know what my next review is going to be. I'm hoping maybe my next review, maybe we'll have some O'Reilly series cars to review here. Some more ones. Some more to review. Some more ones. That doesn't make any sense. Hopefully, we will have another diecast review. I'm pretty sure we're going to have another one. I'm just going to have to wait and see what it is. But thank you all so much for watching this video. And with that being said, I will catch all of you in the next one. See you all later.